Okay, so we have our journal now with our beautiful, all of our different writing pages inside. That's just, I'm so happy with this. Okay, and there's so many pages. So we get, if we have 12 pieces of paper per signature, I'm going to take a scrap piece of paper because I can't do this in my head. I just want to show you how many writing surfaces there are, how many surfaces we have in here. So we have 12 pieces of paper folded in half. That gives us 24 sides. Okay, but we're going to be using both sides. So that gives us 48 sides in each signature times 3 signatures. We have 144 surfaces for writing in here. That's a lot of paper. Journals mostly that you get in the store are about 60 pages. So they give you 120. So this is even more than that. Okay, so we need to take care of this. This is hanging off. So what I've done is, let me move my chair out of the way here because I'm gonna have to stand up for this. I've got a separate cutting surface here. I could do it on my blue surface. It doesn't really matter, but I've got a surface here. I have a metal ruler that's got a cork backing on it. And I like to use this. This is my tear ruler, but it does have a straight edge. I like to use this because the cork allows it not to slip on the paper. Now you don't have to buy a tear ruler, okay? You can just get a metal ruler. I have another one that I got at Walmart before I got my tear ruler. Then I have my rotary. This is what I use just for paper. I have another one that I use for fabric. So what I'm going to do is take a look and see just kind of where I might want these to be cut off. And it looks like we need a fair amount, over 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so what I'm going to do is open this up to the last signature and I'm going to work forward. Okay, and I'm going to bend the back of the journal back. Okay. And what I'll do from here, because I'm learning too, is I will, I'll end up adjusting my measurements that I cut my paper and I'll write that down so that I don't, that I cut them the right size next time. So I'm going to take about maybe 3/8 of an inch to 1/2 an inch off. I think that'll work. We'll start right here. So I'm lining my ruler up straight. Then I'm going to take my rotary blade and just pressing down, I'm going to just start making passes, cutting through the layers of paper. Okay, and I'm through. Okay, so now I'm going to see what that looks like. Okay, and that looks good. Okay, let's see if I can get that straight for you. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, might be a little bit short, but it's not so short that it looks weird. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rest of the book. These are kind of spanning out a little bit. So I think I'll just take the next signature and we'll work this way. Actually, what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to put this between the covers so that I can be straight up and down here. I'm going to lay my ruler in to where I cut the previous signature. I'm going to actually make this one a little bit shorter because that was a little much that I took off for that signature. I'm going to just start making passes with my rotary blade. Straight up and down. You don't want to do it in an angle until I'm through the layers of paper. I'm at an odd angle. This won't take nearly this long, but I'm at a really weird angle. So it doesn't like that. Plus my blade's probably getting dull. Okay, I'm through, and I just want to make another pass to make sure that there's no like freeing edges. Okay, so there's the second signature done. Okay, I'm going to just shake this off a little. And now I'm going to do the third one. I'm going to do this one by itself, because I pretty much know how much we took off. So I'm going to do it like I did the first one and just kind of lay it, bend that up, the cover up, lay this down. That way I'm not at such a weird angle. The biggest thing is just to make sure your ruler, see, now that I'm at the right angle, that just didn't take any time at all. All right, and there we go. Got some little fray bits, and it's not perfect, okay, but it's good enough. But now our pages aren't hanging off the end. So that's how you can take care of those edges if they're coming off the edge of your cover and you cut them too long like I did. So now what I'll do is, on my instructions that I wrote for myself on how to do this project, is what I'll do is cut, I'll probably take about 3/8 of an inch off. We cut them 9.5 wide. So I'll take and do maybe 9 1/8, taking about 3/8 off there, off that measurement. Okay, so that's what we have. There's our journal with pretty straight edges. I'm a little off here and there, but that's okay. Now what I would do from here is go ahead and do the closure. And I think what I'll do is, let's see what I have. I would like to do a hitch post fastener. Those are my favorite kind of closures. Some of my little bits and pieces here. So let's see. All I have is silver left, and I know this one doesn't work because I tried to use it last night and it did not work. So we have, basically you have two parts. You have the little bulb thing and then a little screw. And my problem is I don't have a big eyelet that matches, but it is going to sit on the back. So let's see here what looks best with this nickel, because I don't have any nickel eyelets. I think this one doesn't look bad, so we'll use that. And I'm going to get my Crop-A-Dile. I'm going to need that. And then the last thing I'm going to need is I didn't plan on doing this on video, so I'm not organized, but we're going to do it anyway. The next thing I have is just these ponytail holders. Hi, sweetie. Are you? What time is it?
It's like 8:45.
Okay, yeah, I'm almost done here, and then we'll go. I have to take my daughter to school. Okay, and the next thing we're going to use is these are just ponytail holders. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is just kind of choose one that I think goes well. I like this one. This one's stuck. There we go. Okay, so that's what we're going to use. I'm going to turn this to the back and just eyeball the center. Using the biggest hole on my Crop-A-Dile, I'm going to eyeball the center and come just above my stitch line and poke a hole. Then I'm going to take my eyelet, put it in the hole, and then I'm going to set it like that. Okay, so that's what we have. Now on the front, I'm going to kind of eyeball the center where I have this, because I want them to be kind of lined up. So it's about right here. I'm going to poke another hole just above the stitch line. And this is where I'm going to put that screw up through the hole there. And then I'm going to take the bulb cap and just screw that on like that. Okay, so then we have our hitch post on, and then our eyelet. And the last thing is we're going to thread this through just like we would ribbon if you're putting ribbon on a tag. So I'm going to pull it kind of taut so that I can get it through the hole. And through the good side, I'm going to poke that through and grab it. Sometimes it takes me a couple times because that elastic is kind of thick. Oh, it's morning time and my fingers are just, they don't work very well. Okay, there, we got it through. And then just like you would a tag, I'm going to tuck this in over and pull this loop through. Reach in and pull just like you would a tag. And then I'm just going to kind of finagle that, and I'm going to pull it taut so it looks, this is what we have. And then that just wraps around the cover just like that. And I have that probably a little too tight because it's not really grabbing. So I'm just going to loosen this a little bit to where it's not so tight. Make it a little bit looser so that it grabs that closure there. And there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope the process made sense. And I want you guys to give it a try. Be brave, give it a try. And if you guys need if I missed something or you have any questions, please just put it in the description box, the comment section. And I will be more than happy to answer any questions if you're confused about any step. As always, have a wonderful day and God bless.